right, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock, overcast, 70% chance we're going to see rain today. That rain bringing in some cool temperatures, so look for a little bit of coolness tonight, tomorrow night, and then kind of getting back to normal. Although right now, the weekend and Monday and Tuesday of next week looks like we've got rain all 4 of those days. Who knows about Christmas? I think Christmas is going to be snowy, Robin. That's what I think.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Snow everywhere.
That's
in
wonderful.
Your mind, in your snow globe. Snow in your snow globe, Robin. It's going to snow in your snow globe.
I know. I love snow globes.
Galen Unold is on the phone from the LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are you?
We're good. Where are you right now?
I'm in Gainesville.
Okay, so you weren't able to listen, right?
No.
And so the whole entire 7:35 to 8 slot was occupied with the conversation about the closing of the Francis Marion Military Academy. Did you know about that story?
Yeah. So, I am familiar with it, yeah.
So they are, I mean, they had the rug pulled out from under them.
Yeah, what a shock.
Do you guys go out there for the Bloodmobile?
We have before, yeah, absolutely. It's, it's a shame. I mean, they've been really, if you think about it, underfunded for a long time. And I've no kids who went there and are still attending there, and it's kind of shocking.
Yeah, and we're trying to express the fact that every school doesn't work for every kid. Some kids do better in a military academy type of an environment, and other kids, do fine in public schools or private schools. It's all different, and to take away that option, do you know how they are funded? I know I'm probably asking the wrong person, but do you happen to know?
No, not directly. They're not. It's weird because they get some scholarships, but I do not know where their funding comes from.
Do they have a sports program?
No.
No, okay.
No. But if you go to Marion Military, you're allowed to play for any other local high school team. It's almost like a homeschool thing. So,
oh, really?
If you're homeschool, you can play for the team in your area that you would go to high school for. So,
well, we were made aware of this by Linda. She's the grandmother of a child. Her grandson goes to Francis Marion. They were all devastated. They marched in the parade on Saturday. Nobody saw it was coming. They were blindsided. Linda had a great idea just to get some funding. It should come through the county and the school board. I mean, get the funds now. Keep Francis Marion Military Academy up and running to the end of the year. She said all of the seniors that purchased their cap and gown, she said all of the students there, they get awards for their excellence. And if they stop before the end of the year, this is just going to go all the way down the tube. So I think that would be a good idea to step up to the plate, Marion County Commissioners and Marion County School Board, give them the money, and then figure out how to recoup it. My opinion.
Well, the truth is they've been trying to get funding for a while. I do know that. I know they've been trying to get some state funding. I don't think the Marion County School Board can fund it because unless I'm wrong, I don't think they have any. They're not a public school, so they cannot give them direct funding.
Right.
Yeah, but there should be some way that even the Marion County Commissioners can step up and just give the funding through the end of the year and then decide what kind of fundraising event they're going to have to recoup that money that they moved over there. I mean, and instead of letting the citizens just come and throw money into a pot, just, lock it down now, and then we citizens, can come and just donate, the money to cover the cost. Because these students shouldn't suffer.
That sounds great. That money just has to come from somewhere, and I don't know what the charter is for the school. I don't know how they're set up.
Right.
I don't know if it's a private entity. If it's a private entity, the county may not even have the authority to do that.
Yeah, right. We don't.
I honestly, I don't know much about it.
That's it. That's where I am too. We just don't know enough about how the protocol of all that works. But I do know this: the last half hour, my favorite part was when one of the students called in. Are you ready for this? He wasn't expressing anger. He wasn't blaming anybody. You know what he did? He thanked the academy for the amount of time he was able to be there. He said, I know we'll all move on and still do well.
Yeah, this young man was fabulous.
I mean, and his voice hadn't even changed yet, Galen. He was still had that young voice. So, I mean, they're doing something right, or that parent is doing something right. You know what I mean? This kid wasn't even angry.
I completely agree with that. I just think it's a private school, and that's why I know the Marion County School Board can't fund it. But if it's a private school, that's and our schools are already strapped. I wouldn't want to take any money from them to give to. No matter how great the school is, I don't understand their finances.
No, I'm with you. Yeah, it's a difficult topic for the three of us, because you work in a blood center, we work at a radio station, and we love when people call in who do have knowledge. Dr. Heidi Mayer called in. She gave us the perspective of the school system, the public school system, and her message was a good one too. That they're welcome anybody who needs a school. We got schools. They just the one that they came from is gone, or possibly gone, I guess. And the same with the teachers. There are some job opportunities there as well. The one thing I wanted that you will be able to talk to is the contribution that the military environment gives to a young person. Because you went through it in the Navy, right? Now, these kids don't all go into the military, but they had that kind of disciplined, situation. So I think it makes their lives better in those kids' cases, those students. I think they have a need for that kind of a support system, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in that. All kids need structure, and balance and discipline in your life, and that's hard to come by a lot for a lot of kids. Whether it's because their parents are working and they're not able to be a big impact in their life as they'd like to, or maybe there's only one parent, or discipline is everything. And that's what the military, the Navy specifically taught me is how to be more disciplined, and what that actually meant. Because I heard it all my life, you got to be more disciplined, but I didn't really know what it meant. I'd always had structure, but I didn't have the discipline and what that meant. Doing the right thing all the time it isn't something, the military teaches that really quickly, because if you don't, you're immediately called out on it because your whole life is controlled.
Right.
So, yeah, that's an important thing.
There's that famous scene when Mr. Rogers was getting some kind of an award, and he asked the audience to take 15 seconds or 20 seconds or whatever to think about the people who loved them to who they are. And when you think about, if I think about you specifically, those people include your mom and dad, and I believe that a lot of what you bring to your life comes from the experiences you had before, including your Navy experience. I think your success as a coach, as a broadcaster, as somebody working diligently for an organization to help get blood is all part of what the other roads that you took before you got to those places.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think if you asked my parents, they would tell you I became a different person once I had been in the Navy for about a year. I was because it puts things in perspective. There's a high expectation on you. You know what you're supposed to do, and if you don't do it, your life is terrible.
Yeah.
And if you do it, your life can be a lot of fun. And that's the one thing I learned.
Okay, let's go on to the subject of blood. How is the blood supply?
Again, we're at a 2-day blood supply. We just need more of it. We are just 8 days away from Christmas, and we have a 2.5-day blood supply. Traffic is terrible. You guys probably saw that southbound I-75 was completely shut down last night.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Pretty horrific accident. And that's the kind of thing we're going to be facing. And so we need people to get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood.
Yeah, this is the time of year where, and everybody's so busy. So let's see. I was the end of October, so I'm not even ready yet, right? I got to wait till the end of December, right?
Mm-hmm, yes.
So I'm about a week. Yep. I got about a week more to go. Palm Garden of Ocala and Penn Flooring are the two sponsors that make Galen's daily reminder to donate blood possible. Yesterday, we kind of went through from some doctor who published an article the same information Galen gives us every day about the benefits. He might have thrown in a few numbers that we don't talk about on a regular basis, but the point is, in your own community, there is somebody in the hospital right now. I bet you, I wouldn't lose this bet. There's somebody in the hospital right now getting blood that somebody donated just 3 days ago. Does that seem fair? It's probably more than one person, right?
That's absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the blood that's donated today will be used by Friday. So that's the reality that we're in.
Yeah. So anyway, so are you done with your Christmas shopping?
Yeah, I'm 99% done. It's much easier this year. As the kids get older, they just get more expensive gifts and fewer of them.
What percentage of the gifts did you buy in stores? Did you actually walk into a store?
None. Zero.
Everything was online?
No, let me think. No, that's not true. I got one thing for my son to put in the stocking. That's it. So the rest was all online.
Okay. Do you ever?
I even did gift cards online. Can you believe that?
I believe
that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Do you ever re-gift? Like if you get a gift at work and it's not Christmas yet, do you say, "Oh, my wife would like this. I'll just re-gift it"?
No, I'm not a re-gifter.
No, not to your wife anyway.
Gosh, no. Because if somebody got me something that my wife liked, I'd be like, okay, you're missing the boat.
So do you have anything that you bought? I don't want you to say what it is, but do you have anything you bought that you're very excited to give to the person you bought it for?
That's interesting. I don't think so. My boys, if you don't get them exactly what you want, you're just wasting your money at this point.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is incredibly difficult to buy for. So, no, I don't. Not this year. I don't think there's the wow gift that I can't wait to give anybody.
Well, I think I have two. And when Alex was little, I think there were two gifts that I can remember that I was really excited to let him see. One was the bicycle. That I couldn't wait for him to wake up and see the bicycle. That was so exciting for me to get that and hide it in the garage. I think he might have still believed in Santa Claus. I'm not sure at that point. And then the other one was one of those, like the newest, greatest video game system, and I don't remember which one it was. Do you happen to remember, Rob? Was it the Xbox?
Because PlayStation,
because
Xbox, like that.
Robin literally sat on my behalf in line.
It was the PlayStation. And it was the old Walmart.
At the old Walmart.
Yeah, it was the place.
Were you second in line?
Yes, I was. I was second. I got there and somebody beat me.
And she was there for hours just waiting.
Yeah, I got there at 10 a.m. And there was somebody there before me.
Yeah.
And they brought us out chairs, but I dare not get up to go to the bathroom because I would have lost my spot.
Yeah, you would have lost your spot.
Yeah.
And then the game he got was Resident Evil, which at that point in his life scared him to play. I remember him playing the game and he had to turn it off. He was frightened by it.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, so those are the two I remember. Robin, do you have any gifts that you bought for somebody that you couldn't wait to give it to them?
Oh, yeah, I did. I've got some.
Tell me.
But now?
Oh, I mean in the past. I don't mean this year.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
You've been busy typing. You're not paying attention.
Well, because people have been questions, about the thing, but now I'm done. No, for my for Al, when my mom and Al were getting married, he was really enthralled with this dog that shook its head and barked and buzzed and everything. So TJ and Shannon and I found this dog for him, and then we went over to the same dog. He was just he laughed. It made him laugh and feel good and stuff. So then we found the dog at Toys R Us, and so then we brought it over to him all wrapped up because we didn't want my mom to know. And boy, was he happy with that. So it was like a week before the wedding. So Al said, well, I want him as the ring bearer.
Oh, wow.
So I made the dog a tuxedo and a top hat and everything because it was a wedding. And then I had a little pillow I sewed real quick on his hand. That way the rings were in.
Wow.
So, but
that's
the kid,
cool.
He was so happy. He was laughing out loud at it. So, yeah, that was one of the best ones.
That's cool. Yeah.
And he walked down the aisle and it was a shock.
That's a funny story. Funny story. I happen to know that Robin bought another mechanical dog this year too. So.
Yeah. This one made me laugh.
I won't tell you any more about it.
I kept it for myself. I got to get another one.
Let me tell you this, Galen. I was with Robin when she bought it. The thing dances crazy.
Oh, it's so fun.
And she puts it on the counter when she's paying for it, and she shows the cashier. And the cashier is looking at it like, okay, I've seen this like a million times.
I love this thing. I even did it a few times before I went to bed last night. It's so fun.
She's showing the lady in the store how it works.
I hope there's still some left today because I want to get one.
You're going to get some more.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. So, hey, you know what's different this year, Galen, is there's no Toys R Us.
What's that?
No.
Yeah, again, that's one of those things that they just never adapted and didn't become what they should have become. I saw that one coming. I mean, they should have become the toy experts, and the people in there should have been where you go if you don't know what to buy somebody. And even if they charged a little more, I think they would have gotten away with it. But, yeah, they just didn't evolve.
Interesting thought, yeah. Well,
I heard something. Here's something. And I was listening to some show, and if you think about it, why didn't Sears become Amazon? Right? Because Sears was the catalog, right? They were Amazon back before there was an internet, right? With their catalog.
Good point. Yeah.
Why didn't they adapt? Because somebody just said, no, we don't think that's going to work.
Yeah,
right?
You're right.
Isn't that crazy?
And meanwhile, Walmart has become sort of an Amazon.
They're correct. They're trying to adapt.
Yeah.
Right? By everything being shipped to the store or shipped to your house. When they said that, it really messed me up. Because, I remember here in Ocala when Sears only had a catalog showroom. Right? I mean, that's
really?
all they had here.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow,
yeah.
that must go way back.
Well, no, because
it was, go ahead.
No, because Sears was on East Silver Springs Boulevard and 25th Avenue. And they had appliances and things in there, but they had the catalogs. You could buy stuff.
Was that called the catalog showroom?
You could.
I don't know.
But it expanded from that because it was originally just a catalog showroom.
Like service merchandise.
And they didn't have that much stuff, but you had the catalog. And so think about how that's what Amazon is today, is the Sears catalog of, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find that fascinating. When the person said that, I'm like, wow, that really changes how you look at it. And I am sure that when people, that local markets and local vendors hated the Sears catalog because it was competition, right? So,
Penny's had a catalog, had a toy catalog too, and I bought a few things from that Penny's toy catalog. And there was one year that this was before Toys R Us, that the Ideal Toy Company made this cool thing. I think TJ was like 4 years old, and I had to have it. And it wasn't in Sears catalog or Penny's, so I called the Ideal Toy Company. They were in New York at the time, and they actually sent me the toy I wanted, COD, and I still have it today. I can't wait to give it to my grandson when he comes down to play.
Yeah.
So they were
that's a really good point.
But Toys R Us was fabulous throughout all my both children's growing up years. They grew up and they we frequented Toys R Us a lot until they became 18. And then it was on to other things.
Yeah, but they never adapted.
No,
they never became the toy expert.
When we were in,
and that's what they should have done.
When we were in Los Angeles for my brother's memorial, we were driving down Hollywood Boulevard, and there was a small store called Sex Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Wow, that's brilliant.
That was great, huh?
That was great.
That was great.
I wanted to stop.
That's brilliant. That's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty funny.
So it made me think about the conversation we had about the mail order or the website for Walgreens. Remember? Mm-hmm. And 80.
Yeah.
And
that was great.
I have the top 5 adult products that are being sold through that site. And you want to know what they are?
Yes.
I don't know, Larry. I really don't know.
Right.
I don't know how you're going to impact my
number 5.
Impact my search history because I'm still getting that thing.
Me too.
Just in case.
I know.
Just in case.
That's crazy.
They can hear because I believe that my ads mirror whatever I'm talking about. So yeah, that's terrible.
All right, number 5. Are you ready? The Jazz sex cushion. It props up your body to the right position. There you go. The sex.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Me either. I don't know what that
again,
is.
I don't want this thing showing up. Here I am at work. I'm sure my work computer can hear me.
Number 4 is the household swing. Fur-lined with stirrups. It's fur-lined with stirrups, Galen. It's a swing.
How much is that?
It's $77.
Well, that's a good price.
It says your landlord might have some questions if you take down the ceiling. All right. Number 3. Number 3 is the...
Wow. All right.
I already have a bamboo swing and a stand. All I got to do is take off the other
Sure.
new one on.
That's what you got to.
Why not? Maybe that stand and swing is 42 years old.
There's the adult bondage set. There you go. Not to be confused with the bondage set for kids. The adult bondage set. That's $28, by the way.
Oh.
Here's one. The pyramid harness.
I have nothing to say to any of this.
Number 2 most popular item being ordered right now.
Does it need a key?
It needs something. It's got a spot for something there. I'm looking at it. It's on a mannequin in the picture. All right, and the number 1. Oh my gosh.
Oh, what is it?
Number 1 most popular item being sold in the back door of the Walgreens online site is the obsidian plug called the Root. Galen, it's called the Root.
Oh, what is it?
It's the obsidian plug.
Yeah, but can you describe it?
I don't think you want to go too far down that rabbit hole.
I'm going to tell you what it looks like. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty funny.
It was very good. It was very funny. Everybody laughed. We didn't miss what you
You
said.
can't just gloss over when I knock down the
I guess you.
onto that.
I am only giving
mean,
you. I'm only. You can take it, but you can't. I mean, you can give it up, but you can't take it when we don't laugh. You don't laugh at my jokes.
No, that's true.
Okay.
Well, no, but that was genuinely funny. Come on. Some of your, what was it? Your dad jokes are terrible.
All right, but hold on. I'm going to describe what the Root obsidian plug looks like.
Yes, please.
It looks like the spade on the deck of cards.
Oh, okay.
But it's 3-dimensional, so it's rounded, if you know what I mean. Tapered in the top, rounded on the bottom.
So it's a twofer.
With a base. Well,
I mean,
you can see it right
both
there.
partners can participate.
I don't think so, Rob.
Well, you made it larger so I could see it.
Oh, can you see it? Right there?
Yeah.
All right,
but you don't have the other end.
There is no other end.
Oh my God, what is that?
Oh, this is $149.
Wow.
Galen, you don't want this.
Probably YouTube it. Probably YouTube that, or just put it in your Google search. See what happens.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Well, it comes apart.
No, it comes with parts.
Oh.
Is there a battery in there?
Is a battery in there? The obsidian plug is made from pure black obsidian, intended for exploration. The root connects with the root chakra, helping us to tap into your primal creative urges.
I don't need my chakra.
Not so sure with this. Stimulating the area with intimate sensual massage can lead to a deeply expansive experience. The obsidian root. Never heard of that before.
I don't want to hear about
I don't think that would fit, to be honest with you.
That's part of the allure, Larry. Make that happen. Come on.
It's not.
Oh, I will laugh at that. That is funny.
Funny, Galen.
Well, we went from serious to absolutely not so serious. Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Hey, today we're at Seidel, so please just get the Life Donate Blood. Come by the Boulevard. We're at 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. You can visit us at LifeSouth.org or call us at 622-3544.
All right.
Thank you guys for everything. You're the best.
Thank you, Galen. Remember, obsidian. The obsidian.
Your chakra could use the little massage, Larry. Let's be very clear about that.
I didn't even know I had a chakra.
Oh, you have one. You just got to find it. That black obsidian thing will really be the key.
Yeah. All sales are final, by the way. They don't want you to return this.
You're darn right. Well, it is a one-way street. No return. You ever see that on the highway?
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
No returns. That's the same thing for the obsidian plug. Dang it. Why did I say that out loud?
I'm not so sure.
Here come the ad.
I'm not so sure. All right.
I wonder if it impacts, like if people are listening to it on the radio and that comes through and their phone picks it up, and then, now they're going to get ads for obsidian plugs on their phone. All right. That's enough fun for me.
If you do, call Galen. He likes to hear those stories.
Dan at WOCA.com. Yeah. My email address.
All right. I guess we'll go. All right. You be careful out there. Thank you, Galen. All right. We'll be right back.
You guys are the best. Bye.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA.